Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I know you have missed me. Probably the last video I uploaded was about 3 months ago, and this video is starting in week 9 until week 16, so covering about 7-8 weeks. So the 25th of February until the 21st of April. It has been very busy, even more busy than what I mentioned previously, because we're very busy with preparing for the wedding ceremony, but also the religious ceremony to get married, and in between making sure that the house is still being renovated and that we can live in a house that is livable. Here we are in Rotterdam with Hish, Margise, Mo and Abdul Hamid and Naomi. We were at Masa in Rotterdam, which is a Mexican kitchen cuisine. Really not that great. I mean, it was quite delicious, but the portions were very small. And then in between, still making sure to cook, and a lot of times still switching between the old house and the new house. Of course, work doesn't stop, so still continuing to work and working still on a lot of new things for the AI-powered smart glasses. So we're busy with the renovations for part 3. If you haven't watched part 1 and 2 yet, please do so. Part 3 might come hopefully after this video, but part 3 has also been the most stress. So in between, I had to visit my parents because the house was just a mess. We didn't have a kitchen to cook in, and we decided to go the difficult route, but more about that hopefully in a part 3 or 4 for the renovations in the house. Here we are preparing for the religious ceremony, making some meat dishes, washing the meat, and then in between was a lot of times probably editing the video, but as you can see, it was not until now. So again, spent an entire week at my parents', prepared some food there as well. As always, started with the garlic, made some broccoli dish, and in these times we're also very busy in choosing every single element of the kitchen that we were doing. So from the oven to the sink to every appliance, and there's so much to choose from, and that was also quite a first world problem to select the exact thing that we want and don't make a decision that we don't like in the end. Here you can see a sped up video of Suzan and I cleaning my house, or actually just emptying it, everything. And then in between making sure that the coffee machine is left, the kalita, so we can still make some coffee at the very last. So it was actually quite a lot of stuff that we had to move from my place to the new house. I always thought I was a minimalist, but I think during this moving, I realized I still had quite a lot of stuff. But the good thing is that a lot of the furniture that I bought was really furniture that's really qualitative and good stuff and good furniture. And then of course visit Mehmet Usta in The Hague. I think still one of the best value for money in The Hague when it comes to Turkish food. And also we couldn't leave without trying or eating the künefe. So these few months were really in between traveling within the old house, the new house, moving around, going to my parents, because we had to build the kitchen on our own, but we were waiting for the contractors, but they wouldn't come, so we had to wait for them to do the cast floor before we could put in the kitchen. But yeah, a lot of hassle, which probably I will tell more about in a part 3 of the renovations video. Here I'm at Mem's barbershop in Didam, and then at Frangos in Arnhem for a nice dinner. Here is the cast floor in the bathroom that was added, so that happened finally. And slowly but surely the house, as you can see, it's getting we're adding stuff, and we can hang some of our clothes already, but it's still a mess. And here one of the contractors is doing the cast for the kitchen. So, as I mentioned, the kitchen was not ready yet, so we had to eat out a lot. Not the worst thing, eating at Gangnam for like some spicy fried chicken. And this is actually also when Ramadan started, so this was, I think, at an iftar at Roof's, and then later on this is at Ali's. And here we are checking out the wedding location for September. So finally some of the appliances came, and then we could start with building the kitchen. That was still quite a lot of a hassle, building everything from scratch, but I do think that it helped us a lot in understanding how the kitchen is built, and we learned a lot, me and my dad. Luckily, I think I'm pretty handy, but my dad is super handy, so that was a good thing that my dad was able to help and really did help us out. This is in Germany, where we're also looking for locations still for the wedding, but also for the henna, so a lot of that had to happen as well. And then this is one of the last days of Ramadan, where we ate at Chef Bulbul, which is a Lebanese restaurant around the corner. Really delicious food. It's a really nice place. It's a little bit overpriced, but other than that, it's really something you should try. And then of course trying out the new appliances at the house, and in between also still doing work and visiting TU Delft for a workshop. This is the day of Eid, or sugar feast as some call it. So we were finally able to eat again. The month went by really fast because we were so busy with the house and anything. Here is the Bora with the integrated ventilation, which is still so cool every time we cook. So this has been a really good decision for the house to take something like this and have the stove on the kitchen island. And then in between we had a conference for work where I had to visit ZISO, which is a conference for technology, anything business related to people who are blind or have low vision, and this time it was in collaboration with Fijne Dagen, so there was also a lot of stuff for accessibility in general, which was really cool to see. I've not seen so many people in wheelchairs at one place. And then we wanted to take a car back, but you know, this happened. Sixth share, not always the best. We went for bowling with Suzan's friends, and then some cooking. As you can see, still very cool. I think this is one of these things that I might add to the videos always. We had to check out lot/prawn eggs for the wedding ceremony, as we were going to host a dinner there. So we want to see how the tables should be placed. Finally, the weather also got a little bit better, so things are getting better and better. Here I'm trying out the Beyond Burger sausage thingies. I mean, I'm always amazed with Beyond Meat, they're so good. Again, cycling shots are back in the videos because the weather is getting better, and I'm getting back into cycling much more. Also when the renovations with the house are finally almost done. This is at Fatih and Marlene's birthday, which is on the 19th of May, and also one day before the most important day of my life, or of our lives, like Suzanne and I's, because on that day we got married officially for the law. So we had a wedding ceremony at Dagelijks Groenmarkt in The Hague, which was a really insanely beautiful location. Luckily Nos was there to take some photos of us and documented everything. Afterwards we hosted a dinner for some friends and some family, at least at Prawn Eggs. So that was really nice, and had also some local catering for cheesecakes. So this was a really nice day. And the next morning Suzanne and I hosted a huge breakfast for the rest of the family. And then we were finally off to Sicily. More about that in the next video. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.